I don't think that the major with X7 is the primary focus, especially what Jason pointed out as well. You know, they have been struggling for the past year. I think they just really want to get their mojo back, and I think with Jumpy, they've played a lot better. Maybe not quite there where they once were, but they played a lot better.
It was like the first positive sign in some time. Either way, here we go, live into the pistol, and FaZe is going to send a lot of bodies out long over towards Car. One player, Ariel, just hiding beneath it. He hasn't popped up just yet, waiting for them to wander into his crosshair. Now is the peak with the pop flash. Oh, he hasn't landed any kills yet, though, and now he's out. And those windows are paper thin.
Paper thin indeed, and you even see Sunny and Sergey coming through the smoke to try to lend him a hand, but really Ariel there with that flash. He had so many targets, and right away, this is a clean round from FaZe. The perfect utility to set them up for it, and ENCE, oh, you gotta hit those shots.
I don't know how FaZe no one died.
Yeah.
That seemed like an actual disaster of a scenario for them to be in.
There were just so many blind people in front of Ariel there too. I mean, oof.
Man.
You gotta have the sticks out, you know what I mean?
And a team ace for FaZe.
Oh, everyone gets one. I didn't know what you mean. I wanted to hear you extrapolate on that a little bit more.
No, I don't think maybe we don't go down that road. But what we do go down is the catwalk road. Not the Old Town road, not confused with Lil Nas X, any of that. It's going to be Rain peeking off catwalk with a quick double to the Galil. It's going to be the weapon of choice. And a round that should be pretty textbook here for FaZe.
Ooh.
And it's even so textbook that X7 has chimed in with a team kill on Sergey.
That's the bomb down on catwalk as well. They've got to go back and get it. So a chance for X7, especially with an AK-47 now. This is dangerous. Ooh. That's a nice transition over to Coldzera. Oh, and he finds him through the smoke as well.
Okay, hacky boy.
Hacky boy, just a little tapski.
Little hacky boy. Anyway, look at Nico. He's got himself in a precarious position, and now he's going to be taking the brunt of the damage, ultimately losing his life. X7 has turned this one around on the head, and it's 4 kills for him. Don't know if that includes his teammate, so maybe we just call it an ace and call it even. What do you guys think?
Taking out your own teammate for the ace? I mean, if you want to give it to him, Trace, we'll give it to him.
No,
I'm good.
He got 3 kills, and the 4th was the teammate, so he wouldn't have had the ace.
Oh.
Just, you know.
Oh.
So,
good math,
I guess
Jason.
I'll be the one to hold down the mathematics for it.
Nice. Michigan known for its strong mathematics, of course. Actually, I don't know. You guys are probably up there. Y'all seem like some smart folk up that way.
I think we're like the 2nd fattest state in the country as well.
Okay.
Something like that. Top 3, for sure.
So you guys don't like math, you like calories.
What's that?
You don't like math, you like calories.
Well, we can certainly count calories, just we do it the wrong way, you know. Gotta.
No, they still do it better than we do down here in the South, I can assure you.
Yeah, but man, you guys got all that gravy on all your meals. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle it.
If you've ever had sweet tea, it's kind of like diabetes
sugar water
in a glass.
I have had it. I can't even drink it. It's way too sweet for me.
A gallon of sugar in there.
Ugh.
Easily a gallon. About 3 cups straight up. Anyway, big nades coming out. Big utility damage over to FaZe Clan. Just trying to round the elbow on catwalk. They're getting picked apart. It's Alu with a scout. Finally having some help from a teammate there in the form of an up. The trade comes through. But what does it mean ultimately?
Oh.
Not a whole lot, because Alu is snapping heads, taking names. And we're going to see ENCE pick up another round here.
That's some fine shooting.
Yeah, and that was just supposed to be a quick plan for FaZe. Eke around, obviously. They had some nades there. But a lot of utility damage from ENCE. So FaZe had, we see here the sequence. We even had a bunch of assists there as well. Team flash from Nico. But a bunch of flashes rain in, as I had mentioned, just to try and get the bomb down. But this is a great little hold from ENCE. Nicely done with the utility as well. And another save here from FaZe. No, not even a flash this time around. So getting the bomb down here, also pretty low.
Or you could feed the up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is awkward.
Boy.
It all went from Sunny trying to get the ace to Alu thinking he was going to clean up. Good on him to actually do it, but yeah, these Glocks, sometimes they'll sneak up on you.
Well, so will the AK-47s. Those come out in the next round. We'll see if FaZe can get back in control of the game. Nice start from ENCE. A really good rebuttal after losing the pistol.
And it was all off the back of X7, the Yuppie replacement.
Who he said was a little bit in a weird spot. Yeah. So at least early on, carrying the baton. Good opening kill from Rain. Nice aggression. I'm surprised Alu went back for the repeak after getting legged, but here we are.
Yeah, a bit of a bonus run here from the end side. 2 SMGs. This is something we're going to see a lot from FaZe. This like very quick default. You drop suicide, you have an op. You go out mid or you go catwalk, and this is a nice little sequence here from FaZe. It's another kill from Nico, and it's a B split.
That's nicely done. Although X7 does turn. Sunny burns running through that Molotov. I think it's, yeah, op and save. And that's actually not too bad of an outcome for Sunny, all things considered. So, second round for FaZe as we kick things off.
That was the bonus round though, like I said. So even with the Alu over peak, one of the things, even with practice and stuff with the European lineup, you kind of have to force, especially when you look at the setup from that ENCE had, that they had 3 guys towards B. And then we obviously have the B focus, and for Alu there, he has to kind of keep on peeking, because we know now with the swap of the doors that you can't play very close to the B tunnel. And if you do, then you have to have someone peek in mid. So it's a nice little round here from FaZe. Like I said, a nice fast one. And they do this a lot, just the mid control take that they do, especially when they have the op there, dropping suicide, just taking fast cat, fast mid. And if you're CT here, if you're ENCE, a lot of the things obviously we talk about is that if they take fast cat for ENCE there, it's very important then that you at least have something, so that you tend to take long. If you're struggling with holding long on these defensive moves, because obviously we know as well for these defensive or for the regular defaults from FaZe, it just tends to be 1 or 2 that drops suicide. So if they do go cat, you can still fight there early as well.
Oh dear.
A lot of options. This is a nice little early on play from ENCE though, but FaZe is ready for it.
Good try on the counter.
Strike. Counter strike. And Jason, it would appear Massachusetts as the overall best state for education. We didn't quite make the cut, buddy-o.
And in terms of mathematics, or just, you know, overall general education?
Just overall general education. I felt like that was a pretty fair ground. Now, what that means is my state, number 50. Lo and behold, it's not that many states that go above that number. So,
wait,
anyway.
you're number 50?
Yeah, that's what it says on this website, man. Feels pretty bad.
I'm sorry for your loss, my friend.
That's all right. Could be worse. Could be just trying to hold on to the B-bomb site.
Oh, my
For
lord.
Ariel. Ariel with the verticals. Takes down Cold Zera, but gets quickly traded out by Nico. It's just left to Sunny in the window, and he's going to find himself in a 1-on-2. Bomb starting to tick down. FaZe Clan well entrenched inside of the site now. And the crossfire setup, they know exactly where he's trying to peek and prod from. But will they know that he's readjusted here towards the door? That's going to be the big question as he starts to poke his barrel through. Finds the first kill on the Bemis, and Nico follows it up. We get a 3-3 as FaZe Clan put another round on the board.
It warms my heart to see a 1 versus 2 clutch attempted in that fashion with those doors. That's a peak I haven't seen in a hot minute.
It's been a minute for sure, and Sunny, he was prepared for it. And you know, this was almost recoverable. We saw them being proactive and going for that mid play to counter FaZe because they've been so aggressive with their spawns. But X7, he's been stuck in between a rock and a hard place towards that B. We've seen him with his back turned a couple times, and this time around, FaZe, Brokey starting off the round, Alu trying to get that early pickoff in mid, but Brokey punishes them.
And this is so nice from FaZe. We see here again, they've used mid 2 rounds in a row here, causing a lot of trouble for ENCE, but this round, instead, is a different round. We just get the entry from FaZe there in mid on Alu, and obviously we just walk out of long, and they have full control, just lose rain, but because of this as well, and we talk about map control, it's Bimus here and down in mid. He's just gonna wait, try and go up catwalk here, and then you have the sandwich here onto ENCE. Won't really matter at this point. A lot of overpeaking. It's like another good run from FaZe.
FaZe is destroying the early rounds. They're winning all the engagements, even if they the trades are in their favor. It's like 2 for 1, 3 for 1 at times. If it wasn't for that little hiccup where X7 gets the quad kill in the round or the triple kill in the round, they'd be sitting just fine. Yeah,
I think that ENCE have really tried to set the pace here on this CT side, but the problem obviously for them is that FaZe has done a really good job early on getting the trades as well, getting really quick kills within the first 10-15 seconds, and the same time, I think this is the second round we see that as well, the B person getting tagged. I would love to see her from ENCE. Obviously this is an eco, but for next round, for them to kind of go back and just play your own game a little bit. You take long control, you can play for the A retakes, you can do still the B takes, but we don't have to go
slow it down
aggressive.
a little bit, right?
Yeah, we can slow it down a little bit on the CT side. Let FaZe come to you. You know what they like to do. You know they like to run up mid early. You know that they like to take catwalk early, and you know for a fact that they like to just walk out along late or like mid round. So you waste some nades early and you hold for pushes. Don't over rotate. And another solid round here from FaZe. And there were some part here as well. Obviously, we know there was an eco from ENCE, but money is getting better and better on that T side.
Yeah, they're going to be sitting with like maybe like 1 or 2 rounds in the bank after this. As long as they don't lose anyone X7, which shouldn't be a thing. He does have a Zeus. So if anyone's going to push through that door or jump off catwalk, he's got a nice advantage. It's only Nico that might be in danger. Ooh.
Well, there
Nice
was an
try.
idea.
Yeah, saw that flash of light.
Even
looked
before
cool.
that, you
We
saw
didn't get to hear
you
the,
saw the
"Ah!"
PTSD. He's like, oh, I'm backing up. I'm not going to wall. I don't want to be Zeused. I just want to get the kill. Round number 9, another weapon round from ENCE. Alu with the op. We have a good spawn here though from FaZe for a long push or for a long play. And it's looking like that. And also a catwalk play here. This is what I was talking about, just the initial setup. We're actually not going to see FaZe take over long fast. But at least from ENCE's point, we start off long here. We take long control, and then we can fall back. You can go mid if you want. You can play A retake. You can even set a member on that A bomb site if you want. I always say that this game is the game of chess. Dust 2 is really like that. This is all about catching the rotates, having a good idea where the CTs are. That's why you also tend to see like fast rounds. So for example, the Opera is down in mid, and you kind of know that he plays A. Then you know it's just 2 M4s at A, and you play retake setup.
Well, if ENCE are playing chess, maybe FaZe want to play checkers. They do have a little bit of presence everywhere necessary. Backing off along. Looks like they need to grab the bomb. Seems necessary, Jason, to take the bomb into the site, plant it. You have 2 options, A or B.
Yes, indeed, Trace. That is a fantastic outline. I'd like you to thank you for updating the viewers on the objectives for the terrorist
That's how
side
the game works.
here in Counter-Strike Go. Now, catwalk hit is coming out. Plenty of utility is spent. Alu's going to need a couple flashbangs sent his way because Nico's looking for that dry challenge over the smoke. Ooh, he might just get it.
But it's a B split though. It's a fake from FaZe Clan. They just do the usual smokes on catwalk for an execute one guy towards Gandalf, but then it's a B split out mid fast.
Oh man,
He had all the time in the world to just bait that shot out from X7. That's well done from Coldzera. There was no support anywhere.
It was a little bit weirder actually if you just think about that round as a whole, because obviously we do see the retake setup from ENCE, but they're kind of waiting like in between of, oh, we're going to try and do this like retake fast, and they get caught off guard a little bit. They had that B take setup a little bit. Could have fought for mid, could have pushed in B tunnels if they wanted to. But instead they kind of get stuck on the bomb side. We see obviously one guy's dying in CT spawn as well on that rotate. And then for the 2 B guys, look at where they died. Instead of just pushing into B tunnel, they take the fight and get sandwiched instead.
Yeah, and I think that's all due to FaZe doing such a thorough job towards this A. We saw Nico lurking into that smoke, keeping pressure towards Alu. And I mean, that you mentioned it, Robin. It's all about...
Oh no!
Oof.
Ooh.
See,
He's going to wish he was able to save that one.
Yeah. Peace. That was a boost up on the head as well inside the bomb site to get that deep angle.
Yeah, but to finish my
I love
point,
it.
it's just Dust 2 is all about manipulating those rotations and kind of stopping rotations in mid-place. And FaZe, they've done a great job at that, especially in this round. Keeping X7 all alone, isolated towards that B. We've seen that multiple times now, where X7, he's just stuck all alone on an island almost towards that B bomb site.
it's a lonely island.
Yeah, and it's one of the things FaZe does so well on this map, again and again on the T side. They're just very hard to read. They do a lot of cool rounds, and at the same time they do it very early and very quick in most cases. Even the B pops are just so strong on their side. That's why I always go back to the whole thing with money, with utility, and also getting the reads for ENCE here. It is a bit of a buy, but it's going to be a good one for next round. But a lot of utility this round anyway, with a saved M4 on aerial. And just a bunch of eagles.
Yeah, FaZe utilizing some of that utility, trying to stop, I guess, ENCE from getting too close and comfortable. Meanwhile, it's catwalk is going to get the brunt of it.
Yeah, I love this setup from ENCE actually. It's, you know, it's a little bit of a cat mid setup. If they beat split, for example, you're very quick on the rotates from catwalk. You are a little bit aggressive here. Obviously, if you're aerial in this case, you can even boost in mid if they do want to do like a crossfire towards cats. But there's a lot of people here. There's
Oh.
going to be a full-on brawl here, I think.
Yeah, these deagles are ridiculous.
The flashbangs too.
Yeah, well, that AWP is still way back in T-spawn, so it's safe, especially with the bomb in hand. One lurk coming up towards long A. B bomb site is already lost. Coldzera, awkward fight. And now ENCE can go for this. A 3-on-2 at the B bomb site. The only issue is plenty of utility. 3 flashbangs, 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes for FaZe to use. And Bamas has already seen one coming up close.
Bimas, he's gotten all the intel he wants. He's going to go towards this closet. Now, the dynamics have changed. We've already seen it now before with such a deep angle towards that under window. So, Bimas, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. FaZe, they've already got 3 flashbangs still. Brokey wants to set Bimas up for some kills, but nice flick from Brokey there.
Oof.
It's over. Back it up.
Done
Get him
and
out.
dusted.
Nice attempts. Firm handshakes all around.
And I talk about
Firm handshakes.
the new swap of the doors at B there. We talk about the change of meta, and it is a change of meta, especially on that CT side where we talk about how B is played out now. You can actually play a little bit more B retake if you have a lot of utility. You can't really stand by car on that sandbags area anymore on that T side if you get the bomb down. That is the first place to get mollied off during the retakes, and obviously a smoke in towards tunnel. So you tend to fight for it a little bit more, or you tend to just play the retake scenarios. But for ENCE there, we knew no nades on their hands, so that retake was going to be very difficult to begin with. But here we go, it's going to be round number 11. And a goodbye here from ENCE. This is where we need to pick up the pace here. We need a few more rounds on the board. It's another B setup from ENCE, 2-1-2. And this is getting more and more common now, especially with this new meta. You can even do 1-2-2, 1-2-2 rather. But it's a late take on long, and aerial going down, and it's not even a push. And that just bodes trouble, I'd say, from ENCE. This is all about taking a right gamble. Don't spread out too much. If you want to gamble towards B, you can gamble towards B. But I would love them for Sunny to kind of walk over to C, to catwalk maybe, or for a fast drop towards
To
spawn.
C.
To C.
Playing Valorant out
Bomb
here.
site C.
Listen,
Have a look.
I was gonna say CV, which is the Swedish word for it, but then CW. Catwalk.
Good save.
Yeah. It's a good read here, though, from ENCE. I like the fact that they haven't overly rotated here, and they still have, you know, mid-control in the sense that they have the vision. So this is actually really the best setup that ENCE could have actually asked for this B hole. Oh, pick 7. He gets flashed as he's running in there, and they can't hold the site even with 2 members in there and with a quick rotate from Alu as well.
There's 40 seconds. If FaZe can just slow this down for a moment, they do have a player lurking in middle. Bomb is going to get planted, and the longer this utility holds off the defenders, Sunny and Alu are going to get shot in the back any moment now, but they're actually going to go looking for it. A big fight for Coldzera to win, and there's the
What a
follow-up. Brokey got
pinch.
aggressive in window as well, and yes, the pinch is executed perfectly.
How many IQ play was that? That's the real question.
278.
Nice. That's a pretty round number.
278. And I like
Well,
to
if
see
it was up to
FaZe.
Robin's math, we'd round that up.
Yeah, he's a rounder-upper.
He has been rounding up quite a bit. That would have been a good 300 for Robin. But
What would you
I
have liked to see FaZe do?
What would I have liked to see FaZe do?
Exactly
I mean, I
what they
like,
did.
yeah, exactly what they did. I mean, just capitalizing on their communications and the information they had. It was amazing. And Nico, again, he's been bullying towards this long A, even taking the op out from Brokey's hands when he has the spawn, getting picks. And once again, he starts off the round. Coldzera to trade him out as well. And this is just FaZe completely controlling the pace of the round and also controlling the entirety of long A and middle. Right now, ENCE, they haven't been able to get a grasp of that yet. And that's a nice shot from X7.
I would love to see how many opening kills FaZe has in comparison to ENCE. It feels like they're just winning those opening fights at a ridiculous rate.
On all sides of the
just take a
map,
look
Yeah.
too.
for you,
Yeah, could you do that for
Just
me?
look for you, buddy,
I don't
yeah.
have the information in front of me. I've
I
opened
gotta
up
refresh
I've
the
opened
page.
up HLTV on my phone, but the statistics on the scoreboard don't seem to be loading at the moment.
At all, actually.
Yep.
Seems to be the same problem all the way around.
Everyone's
7.
got 0 kills.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Definitely still broken. Well, X7's going to hold back on this one. No sense in hard charging up catwalk. That's interesting. You guys are talking about the reversal of the doors and how we've kind of made things right over in the B-bomb site. I actually did some content with a team last night on the classic 1.6 version of Train
Oh my god, no way.
on CSGO. Now, interestingly enough, the mechanics don't quite play the same, nor does the map. But it looks great, I guess.
I do miss the underneath the trains, that you could crawl underneath the trains,
You
bunny
remember
hop underneath them.
In the early days of CSGO, Volcano remade train that you could crawl underneath them as well. Remember that version?
I don't.
That was wild.
Yes.
We need that version.
Also remember the one with the barrels out in the middle of the site.
Yeah,
Two big old
that was good
silos
times.
outside.
Problem with it in CSGO is that auto sniper that could just blow you away with 2 shots to the ankles would be a real mess.
Hell yeah. Anyway, Rain's about to blow something away here long, maybe. Or just get blown away himself. It's Nico with the trade. And another one. My God, what a kill. Sunny is going to feel that in the morning. Take 2 aspirin. Give us a call. Let us know how you feel. 4 versus 3. FaZe Clan. Firmly in the driver's seat. Gripping the wheel. 9-3.
They're having no issues.
That Volcano remake of Train, wasn't that just a straight conversion of the 1.6 map? It just...
For the most part, I think there was some other elements in it. It's just the mechanic of crawling underneath trains wasn't nearly as cool in CSGO as it was in 1.6.
No, I mean,
Brutal.
we had the crawling on the trains in Source as well, but even with the shadows, then made it even more difficult. I actually
but you couldn't go. You couldn't go underneath all the whole way.
In
You
the
could just,
beginning,
like,
the beginning you could, yeah. Maybe even at the end. But I like the change that they actually did with CSGO, because I do think that the movement in this game, like if you were to crouch underneath like that, like you're saying, you already mentioned the auto sniper, I think you would just get punished too much.
Oh, there's a flank coming in from Halls. There's no way to let him get this. Nice move from X7. And that's a 4th round on the board for ENCE. One of the rare times we've seen them recover a round in which they lost that early engagement.
Yeah, Nico, he had full control of this long A. Nice response from Alu to push towards that car and actually punish a bit of a okay attempt at a jiggle peek there from Nico. But I mean, Alu, he was absolutely there to capitalize and punish him for it. And X7, good movement to just bust his way through that B window and force the issue there. Uh-oh.
This is really nice though from ENCE. The fact that you can hold long the way you've done this round, for example, with just the 2 members alive, it's just both. Obviously, if we only have 2 more rounds to play on this half, but if this would have happened early, for FaZe, you're worried because you would probably end up stopping pushing the long. You can kind of do the rotates on the CT side. When we talk about, you know, the leading the way of game of chess and whatever, having that long play out the way it did there just bodes really well for ENCE. And we even see the rotates here, like the B focus push instead from Alu. He's towards mid again and gets the entry. And this is out of the fact that they actually ended up winning that long fight, so they can feel a little bit more at ease of doing that EA retake. They know they have long, they can only come from Cat. And then obviously the focus should have been B. Harder bomb site to hold for sure.
Ooh. 2 on 4 now with that stunning entrance from coldzera. Gonna get the bomb planted for Catwalk. That's a big fight to win. And oh, there's a real chance here. Now that they can actually have some kind of safety. coldzera stuck in the site. They're cautious of the Catwalk play. A dink comes out, and they both lose their respective duels.
Oh, so close.
So close, Trace, yet so far away at the same time.
Yeah, so very distant. But hey, a bomb plant's a bomb plant. I think that's one of those ancient proverbs.
A bomb plant's a bomb plant, but I don't think it necessarily matters here. Last round of the half, and a lot of money on FaZe. So these are 2 great rounds from ENCE here, stringing rounds together, knowing as well that FaZe has had 2 full buys at that.
I mean, it's good just that they're carving out something at the end of this half, because they've been getting destroyed for most of it. So at least they figured things out right at the end that can scrape them together as close as humanly possible going into halftime.
And as I'd mentioned, the whole thing of ENCE being able to hold long, we see the same setup again, 3 towards B. We do know that Sunny is tagged this time around though, so he's actually going to make his way over to A again. I wonder if FaZe spotted you guys cross, but... And double op setup this time around as well.
We've got Nico working mid here, just applying some pressure. We might see FaZe do some catwalk movement here, back to their B mid split. It was a huge win condition for them early on in this half. And this time around, since they don't have that long A control, that might be their only option.
That did not look like it was what they wanted.
The attempt was there.
We saw someone do that previously, the run boost around the corner to turn onto the stairs. but that just seemed like very, very limp.
This is the same setup from FaZe that we saw that B split on when they did that catwalk push. But I actually think that now with... Who is it? Oh, it's Bimus in lower actually making his way over. I actually think it might be just exactly the same round. We fake cat here, we drop down to mid, and we B split. We'll see if ENCE has that read. Last round, last time they did this, they over-rotated, and I think Sunny was the one who actually died in CT spawn, helping out towards A. This is where we see the move on as well, and Sunny's already ready for it there.
Baby.
And he goes down. There's a no-scope from Brokey through the wall. Oh my god. You don't want that to happen if you're ENCE.
Oh, look how exposed he is with these new doors. Look how exposed he is with the new doors. Oh, they didn't see him until a little bit later. Sergey all alone with the off. That's a quick shot. How does he hit that? And Alu's delivered as well. Some really stunning stuff. ENCE come alive right at the end. 9-6 in the favor of FaZe Clan. We're headed to a break and we'll be right back. Oh yeah. Half number 2 coming in hot. Robin has got some carbs. Yeah, he's feeling good. He's feeling alive. Getting that energy. He's in his bulking phase.
Shout out to Sapphire. She brought us some bakeries, some
what she got over there?
treats.
Donuts, croissants.
No, she got the whole
check
shebang. The whole shebang. Heather brought everything. She comes prepared. Gives me a
Can
sugar
y'all
rush
FedEx
too.
that to me, or what's the deal?
Yeah, man, we'll get it to you just in a couple days. It definitely won't be stale.
Sweet.
You
Thanks.
don't have bakeries in Alabama over there, Trace?
Nah, man, they're just trying to figure out the telephone cable out here now, actually. 56K. I'm on dial-up right now.
Finally got around to it.
Yeah, we got fax machines, the whole 9. Anyway, speaking of faxing, not much of a telegraph being sent here. It's just a straight mid to B split. Sunny and Alu coming alive in the nighttime. Rain, though, has a responsive zone. Now it's created a 3v3 here for the B bomb site.
They needed those 2 kills. They were in a rough place. Now, they don't have any more utility. They do have a kit. Rain investigating for the moment. He's got Sergey beneath him. He's got 1 player behind Xbox, or 1 player behind the big box, and 1 player back platform. In good old-fashioned K-Sharp.
And look at the positioning from ENCE here. It's actually not great, and especially as well, you have 1 HE on the hands of Alu. You have to kind of repeat here. You have to force the battle on the face. 3 members towards that right side of the bomb site. As I mentioned, with the split of the doors, you can't stand by car anymore during these after plants. Kind of forces you back towards the bomb site. But nice trading done by ENCE.
I don't know. Nico didn't see the player at big box on
I
platform?
guess he didn't. I don't think he swung wide enough out yet.
To
and
get
that
the
was,
angle?
Yeah, and that was a really good response from ENCE. And I got to give a shout out to Rain, too. Those 3 kills that he got were off the back of his teammates. His reactions were perfect, but it just wasn't enough. Even 3 kills, it wasn't enough.
It's what made the round competitive in the first place, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Ariel Nico going blow for blow, both down to 33 HP. X7 with a head start into the B-bomb site. Bomb not too far in tow.
Oh, dear.
Let's see if young Rookie's going to get caught off guard. Of course he is. Broken down. Busted next to the broken down car.
Made in hand.
Yeah, you
You
do.
hate to
It's
see
like
it.
getting caught with your pants down, you know?
I think it even took his smoke away as well. Oh, well. It's going to be 8-9 as FaZe just save what they've got. No chance of getting back into the round. And they're going to try again next.
You see X7 there looking at his teammate, wondering, hey, I got the kill. I deserve that pistol.
That's mine.
That's mine.
Yeah, that's what I say in Tarkov too, but it it doesn't really. Anyway,
Trace,
Tarkov fans.
do you like Tarkov? How is it? Give us a review.
It got to the point where people just kept suggesting you should play Tarkov. You're gonna love Tarkov. Like about the 30th person that told me that, I was like, all right, fine, screw it. You get the game. It's not bad.
Okay, thanks. That was
It is kind of fun.
that
good
was
show.
that was one of those reviews that didn't actually give me any information about the game at all. But
Well, I mean, I'm still
appreciate
learning
it.
about the game, little Jason, little
Well,
Momo.
what have you learned so far?
calm down.
What was your number 1 lesson?
Know the map. Because last night I played and I went to extract, didn't know how to extract, didn't know where I was going, lost everything I had. It's
Well, that's a
really
shame.
big blunder.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
huge.
shame. What a blunder.
What?
Anyways, could be FaZe Clan with the blunder here. It might just let ENCE get up to 9. Might have an even game.
Oh!
Bye.
Styled on.
Yeah. Dunked on, as someone said to me in matchmaking the other day.
That's very...
After they dunked on you?
Oh.
No, it was like after every single round, they were just typing dunked on, dunked on, dunked on. It's like, all right, dude.
It's the new thing for the... Oh, my dear
Nico.
Christ almighty. Everybody calm down. All still mates here.
Something weird.
Well,
Smoke.
Brokey's the only one that doesn't have a pistol because he died in the last round. He's got a USP. That's actually pretty decent damage, all things considered.
Nico already has 3 kills into this round with this scout. And Ariel, I mean, he's squished up here as well, and they only have this one flashbang. I wouldn't be surprised if Ariel sets X7 up for something here. He's got to hurry, though. He's getting flanked from tunnel, and there he goes. This flashbang, it's got to pay off, but X7, he doesn't even go.
No.
He didn't want to peek with it. He knew they probably have seen that flashbang, would probably hold it, trying to mix up the timing a little bit. That's a good round from, I mean, I guess I'll just say Nico.
I mean, yeah, surely the three scout headshots helps everything.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe played it well, but if Nico doesn't get those 3 kills to open things up, they don't even have the chance in there. So even the 2 AK-47s he got for his teammates, which pretty much secured the situation. 10-8 as FaZe maintain a lead.
You know, I'm not going to lie, though, if I'm X7, I want to tell my teammate, abort, cancel the flash, keep your gun out there, too, you know? Because if he had no intention of going out with that shitty flash to begin with, then he needs to keep his gun out. He had the rifle, the only rifle actually in the round for ENCE. So
I mean, maybe he would have gone if his teammate didn't go down. Maybe it was just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he changed his mind. Got a little nervous.
Thought he was outsmarting. Turns out
he wasn't.
just broken. Turns out he wasn't. Just broken down. Anyway, Jason. Didn't want to have to go in on you early, but I suppose that there's always a time and a place. Start ganging up on Jason. Now might be that time and place. Sergey out middle.
I was going to say, if this is going to be a B split from ENCE, I would love to see FaZe pushing into B tunnel instead. But instead we see Nico actually making his way towards mid. So we'll see a mid play instead, or mid fight if they actually end up going up mid.
I have to feel like teams that with this new change in the door are going to fight more in mid than they'll push into upper tunnels just as they kind of get used to it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of experimenting.
Yeah, it depends on where you have the members, right, or where you have the rotates. You see here, as you mentioned, Jason, like this will be a fight for mid, like you have the rotates from Diamonds go out there, actually rotate in mid instead. But this is nice play. Bombs down as well on catwalk from ENCE. Still have a lot of nades to remain though. 2 flashbangs, 2 mollies. We can retrieve the bomb at least, but they have 2 members that's low. And 5 members low from FaZe.
Well, I don't know what you do in this situation if you're ENCE.
It would have been different, I guess, if you maybe have long control too, but since you have all 3 members here from the end side on catwalk and 1 flashbang's gone, that's the last flash you have. And Molly goes down. I mean, this is basically over here for ENCE. Like Jason said, not a lot of options.
Okay.
With the bomb being down at the same time. Especially
because they used all their smokes. They didn't have any at the end there. All they could do is throw a couple flashbangs in the air and hope they got the kills. Really nice round from FaZe, and I mean Rain. Huge double kill here to start things out and make things much easier.
Yeah, he even followed up with the spray through the smoke with only 8 bullets in the chamber. Rain, I mean, he's been heating up. We saw it on pistol round. He was the lone man that actually put up a good defense, a good answer on the CT side of things. And, you know, once again, he has a huge round here in the 20th.
And that's attack being called. Puts ENCE on. Could be a scrappy buy, could be a save. But here, I always refer to these rounds at most important thing, getting the bomb down. But if you want to buy off of this, then this kind of buy as well. B split or B pop is good for this as well. Close quarters with the Tech 9s. But if you're just going for like a few flashes and stuff, you tend to just go up catwalk and try and get the bomb down. No nades still being bought, so even getting a bomb down here is going to be very difficult on the side of ENCE. Honestly, if anything, you should be very lucky if you get the bomb down here, but it all depends on the CT setup.
Okay, Rain. Close to double doors. Nobody wants to attack that. Up the catwalk we go.
Rain making a quick adjustment. You could see he wants these frags.
He's hungry. He's thirsty.
He's hungry. His teammate Coldzera
Oh, there we go.
swaps in spots with him. Easy ace. Oh, he does get punished, but a quick 4K for him and a nice trade for Rain.
And a nice caster curse from Christine. So good stuff all around here.
And Coldzera really closing the door, the mid doors even, on ENCE 12-8. They're starting to run away with this, albeit there wasn't a whole lot of weaponry to show. The armament just wasn't there for ENCE in that round. Nor was that Deagle.
Nor was the
Unfortunate
Deagle.
turn of events.
Alrighty, round number 21.
You got there.
I was trying to read the round score underneath the timer. TV's a bit far away, so then I decided to just do the math. It's a
There we
wild,
go.
it's an exhilarating life that I lead, let me tell you.
Mortgages and Math, a book by Jason Moses O'Toole.
There's going to be a very fast B split here, I think, from ENCE. They already made a setup, and it's right off the bat. So basically, the round has been called right in freeze time. And the idea here is to take catwalk control first, so you kind of force the rotates, and then the B split comes in. But the timing is really on point here from ENCE, actually. Because you know that for a fact that they're fighting a little bit in mid and also towards catwalk, so they just make the decision. Let's just go now.
Such a good reaction from ENCE, and it was immediate too.
It was great, yeah. I mean, they had their window there, and they really took it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have probably seen the catwalk player done a little bit of a fake. But I actually think it worked out so much better this time around.
They needed that too. They needed to crack something open because, I mean, over towards the A bomb site,
Yeah, I mean,
Rain's been so good.
Exactly, and as soon as the guys in mid, as soon as you kind of spot people fighting in mid and also fighting on catwalk, then you kind of know as well, especially with these changes on the map, is if they're fighting mid or fighting cat, that there's only one in B, if any, right? Because either they're just fighting in mid at that point. So they find their opening, get the first guy all the way back plat, and then obviously, I think they even had two guys. They had one at car as well. But it was the mid player, then the timing wasn't quite there, so they pop in. It's a nice round from ENCE, they needed it. But they have to string more rounds together, because money on the FaZe side is still looking very good. Full buy, but still 6k on Nico, 3.6k on Bymus, and 3.9k on Brokey, so just a lot of money on the board here from FaZe. And this is a different setup here from ENCE. They're worried about the mid setup from FaZe, you know, with the ops and stuff, so they decide to just do a default setup from lower instead. They're not utilizing mid at all. Get the smoke up, but it's the same setup. Get up catwalk, very safe. And again, what's going to be a catwalk fake with some flashes. Try and spot some people, as well as, especially if you spot Nico here on the bomb site. If people are playing bomb site on the CT side, you're fighting for the A bomb site then. So if one is in ramp, you tend to have one close to spawn or one by goose. And you still keep that long push. So this still should be a read from ENCE, just spotting that guy.
Ooh, Brokey under a lot of pressure. That Molotov sucks. He's not happy. Fight to the death. He goes down quick. And again, ENCE have just found that's not even a timing that they hit. They just found a way to just force themselves into that B bomb site. And it's all over. It's going to be double digits for ENCE. 10 rounds on the attack. And FaZe, that lead is narrowed down to just 2. But they have another buy in the next round, so not all is lost.
The problem here that I see for FaZe, we see both of these rounds now, they get stuck on the bomb side, and it's from 2 quick pushes from ENCE. It's not even a B split, it's just straight into B. And for FaZe, they kind of get stuck there. Even for last round, they had 2 people stuck inside. Not really, even though they had a member in mid, they're not really working together, getting the flashbangs in, getting the crossfires. So I would prefer here for next round for FaZe, you have 2 options. You either just decide to fight mid, and you put a lot of emphasis on mid, and even if you come into B, you save the nades, you retake. Or if you want to be in B, then you put 3 towards B, and you push into B tunnel on timing. You can even do it early as well, just to take some map control, if you want to fight for it. But I think the worrisome part here from FaZe is that they're dropping cat really, I'd say easily. They're not fighting for cat phase, and also same with mid. So a lot of just map control for ENCE just getting given for free.
And also because they don't have that map control phase, they're having to burn a bunch of their utilities so early on in the round. And you saw it there. Even though ENCE were in the B bomb site so early, FaZe couldn't even attempt any sort of retake because they didn't have any nades left. Ooh, nice flash. Setting up Sunny for a kill there. That's a good trade for BMAS, but Rain, he got a huge opportunity here. At least Alu was there to trade that out. 3 for 3 here. 3 versus 3. I mean, this totally favors ENCE. They're completely in position. BMAS, he's all alone here. And his focus is completely on to Cat.
Yeah, well, he's trusting the wall set up at long is going to prevent him from getting picked off, and he'd be right for the moment. This is a huge battle, though. If they can take Alu down without taking both losses, then all of a sudden you've got a pretty rough pinch. And oh, they almost lined up. He could have taken them both down with one shot, just narrowly misses.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Not in this instance. The bomb still goes down, and what's left us in a 2v3 retake scenario. FaZe toying with this idea. They're going to have to use some smokes to try to get themselves up here. Meanwhile, entrenched, it's Sergey and X7. Here comes the spams. Here comes the AK shots. It's going to be a clean trade. Down to a one-on-one, but so low. X7 with a 2-bulleter to get us out of that problem.
This 2 HP.
Creeping their way up to 11.
This round was so well played. This post plant in particular, Sergey and X7, the way X7 and Sergey, they both peeked CT together. Then X7 even crossed towards long, but said, nope, I got to go back and double team on this catwalk. So he went back up to the A ramp, and their communication there, they were just consistently double peeked every single angle and systematically just process of elimination. Last players in CT spawn. X7, beautiful shot to push the round.
2 HP clutch. That's wild. Aerial gonna stay away from the flames, is tucked back into cave. Another buy coming in from FaZe. This is the last one they have left, and if they get broken when it gets tied up 12-12, this is gonna get real dicey.
It's gonna feel a little brokey.
Oh no.
That's awful.
Oh no.
That was atrocious.
The crowbar now, of course. Now, Christine, you were talking about you know, burning through some of this utility on the side of FaZe Clan. Well, they burned through the lead that they had as well in the meantime.
Yeah.
So.
And now once again, I mean, you see ENCE here, Ariel, he's in catwalk position, and he hasn't really done much, but already FaZe, that's enough pressure. They don't have control of it. They haven't all half. And they're nervous about long A here as well. So definitely a lot of pressure onto FaZe. They're down and out of all smokes. They've only got some flashbangs to play with here, but DMAS gets a clean kill, which he does not. It's all onto Rain here now.
Yeah, this is such a bad setup here from FaZe. You kind of have to retake this fast. You know for a fact you lost long also at the same time. We see the rotates coming from FaZe. They can't even do a retake fast anymore because of that. Forced on a save again. And it comes down to, we talk about map control. And one of the things that I mentioned a lot on this too is, you know, getting stuck on that A bomb side just bodes trouble. You can't really do a whole lot with it, and especially with the timing is there as well from long and from catwalk at the same time. You get that sandwich in. If the long guy comes out a little bit earlier, you have a timing window there. You can push up cat, but because long, you kind of leave it and you gamble.
Oh lord. Alu's getting confident. Let's say that. He's getting.
You can't even be. You let that kill you, and it's not like you can't even be mad at it, right? Like I just got shotgun blasted across mid doors
while half blind.
Well, half blind.
Oh, this is not good for FaZe. DJ, can we get the scoreboard up? Would you look at that?
DJ, play that stuff.
4 rounds straight for ENCE on attack, and the money is gone.
For next round for FaZe, I would love to see a catwalk setup, maybe even a mid setup. A boost in mid for cat, and then maybe 2 on cat as well, and then we have the opper holding a long from the site. Because right now I feel like FaZe has just been struggling in the sense of like they're not quite sure what ENCE likes to do. It's been a game, I said, you know, it's all about the gambles, it's all about making the right plays, and especially if ENCE is not giving you a lot of information and you're not getting the openings, you're gonna have to set yourself up a little bit better for the compact play. But this one should be an easy one for ENCE. They have the man advantage. Obviously we know as well for FaZe it's an eco. Just some deagles.
Yeah, and they don't even have to do anything fancy. They don't even necessarily need a whole lot of utility. You have the AK-47s. Don't make this too complicated. Nice pop flash into a peek. They now know the position of Rain. He's got a deagle inside of the 8 bomb site. And Brokey stepped up a ramp, but is going to back away again. All on Rain, and he's gone. Nice shot from Ariel.
This is such a good
And
dissection.
keep on delivering. Yeah, this one's not gone well, has it, Christine? ENCE, they put a 13th on the board. And for FaZe Clan, they just get picked apart one by one by one.
Picked apart for sure. I mean, you even saw how thorough ENCE were. They double boosted to clear that car, but they Molotoved it anyway, just to be sure, you know? So definitely ENCE, they're not leaving any room for error here, which is great to see, actually. I mean, that's what's enabling this comeback for them currently.
This is a great game. This is ENCE actually taking it to FaZe in a map where coldzera, Rain, and Nico are the top 3 fraggers for FaZe, like exactly how you'd kind of design it. This is fast-paced, mid to be split. They've been able to get into this bomb site, and again, the defense not coordinated. No one even had the information this was happening. It's all coldzera. He must hold more than just the one, and again, around that FaZe just cannot even fight for.
What a nice change of pace coming out of ENCE too. The calling, it's been top-notch so far, but this shift in pace here to just attack B right off the bat. I mean, you called it, Jason. They were so caught off guard. Sure, coldzera, I like the peak, the jump peak there, but I mean, at that point, he's already fumbling. His teammate went down.
Yeah, that's just also unfortunate circumstance of the defense they called, that no one had eyes on mid until that jump came out for coldzera. So yeah, the timing of when they called that defense with the timing of the offensive call from ENCE was just a bit brutal. But I mean, even if you take that round out of the equation, this B bomb site has just been getting overrun round after round after round in this half.
Yeah, and it's so worrisome as well. We talk about it, even the fact that FaZe is not even getting any trades. They're just dying on the bomb site. Not getting any setups. That round is a nice one from ENCE. It's a quick out towards mid. And obviously we know as well with that they did the A setup 3 towards there, so they kind of leave mid open in the beginning. And it's definitely in the driving seat here for this half.
Oh yeah.
It's FaZe having to reply, having to guess a lot in what ENCE wants to do, and they're not, because they're not getting the openings, because they're not playing overly aggressive. Just so happens that ENCE is getting the better of it then when they hit these bomb sites. Even the A has been a problem. It's just more so of FaZe not being able to hold the bomb sites.
Short end of the stick, Robin. That's what somebody might say.
Yeah. And same thing here, we look at the buy, right, and it's a full buy from FaZe initially, but they already wasted so many nades.
Glad you got it right that time, Trace. Third time's the charm.
Me too. Me too. So anyways, moving swiftly past that.
Very quickly past that.
ENCE with a real chance to close the door right here. If they can just shut down one more round of FaZe Clan.
I mean, if you're FaZe though, at least you're happy that they're going at the AWP for the moment, right? Nico's at the railing. He's got 2 flashbangs if he ever needs to help himself for re-peek, which he will especially need in this corner, as you can see. Flashbang out through the palm tree, and he escapes.
He's got one more flash, so he can definitely go for another re-peek. But that's about it. Sergey, he's lurking. And I think he's got a clever idea that one of these FaZe Clan members is going to be here, which is BMS.
Yeah, but 2 players in the long cave. Oh, dear.
Jiggle, though.
There's 2 well, the other one's shifted over to the corner. That's why he's peeking. Now he can tuck in. Good kill from Nico. A second follow-up. Sunny. Not even getting a shot off. So this is clean so far from FaZe.
BMS holding down the fort towards long A. Not a lick of damage on him. X7 and Alu, 2v5, no nades, post-plant. It's all going to be on these shots of Alu. There it is, there's one. He's not able to follow through, so yeah, just domino effect, they go down. They had to hit some clean kills there to even make that one possible.
And ignoring the second op, there's a chance for FaZe to switch into a double op setup, and they're going to stay away from it.
I think that they've been having so many problems with these expo set plays from ENCE, so I don't think that they want that double op setup. I do like the setup here from FaZe early on in this round. We can't even see the replies coming from FaZe when we talk about rotations. When Nico was on that bomb site there, usually you tend to see when the operator takes a shot, you tend to see a fast B split, and when this is happening for FaZe, the 2 members from FaZe was actually pushing towards the B tunnel there, kind of preparing for that B split. So at least they're talking about it. You can kind of see some of the moves that they're making, trying to get some replies here. And again, this is what I really wanted to see from FaZe. An aggressive push from Nico with the op. You don't have to go overly aggressive, go and peek all the mid, but at least take some control there on the catwalk area. And this is the setup that I alluded to. Now we have Nico on the op with the op on the A-bomb site, and we have catwalk control here as well. We have a lot of nades, and we also have mid control. So this is when the round where the call should be made. If the B split, for example, the B guys should not be split out here. They should make a decision if they want to fight for B tunnel or for mid. With the catwalk setup, you should have fought for mid there, for example, but they're rotating back here now.
I think they're just so happy with the pick on Alu, right? Like, they're just saying, you can have mid, we have a man advantage.
Yeah, but look at this. Aerial is already out long. I don't think that they've necessarily spotted it, which is why they're making their way here. So now it's so important for FaZe to just keep this catwalk control. Like, you can't give this up, even for here, for Bimas and stuff. The most important thing is obviously just staying alive. Let Nico kind of work the picks here on the A-bomb site. Him going down here, now this is when you want to see this this catwalk push. You have to take control. You have to allow for your CT members to rotate to kind of come in and help you out.
They were so stacked on catwalk. There was X7 actually got a collateral. He hit them both down to about 20 HP, which made that pinch from catwalk so effective. And you nailed it, Robin. They never selected anything to attack. Brokey, nice shot onto Sergey. That's a shallow peek.
coldzera just saw the trajectory of that Molotov. He's definitely got an idea here. If he can get some timing, they're definitely going to make this retake possible with the kit in hand. Brokey creating some distractions. That AWP hit, though. That's probably the checkmate nail in the coffin there.
Yeah, even if X7 doesn't hit that shot, you pretty much have to get on the bomb at that point. So ENCE have 2 rounds to close things out in regulation.
I think they're going to run away with it, honestly. Even there in that situation you saw, FaZe with the opening. But then they don't make up their mind on the catwalk.
Yeah,
even
it was
when
the catwalk
Nico,
defense
when
that
Nico
was real
goes down,
sketch.
you're still in a good position because you still have cat. But as soon as you make the decision of like, oh well, let's just have the one guy holding cat, one guy playing, and trying to fight for sites. Now you're spreading yourself out a little bit too thin. And then if ENCE gets a catwalk control, then you've lost the entirety of the bomb site and you lose the round. So it's another great round from ENCE. 2 rounds now to make it map point. But at least we do still have a decent buy on the FaZe team. Up on Nico. And some nades. And same kind of A setup. With a semi-aggressive pick here from Nico on that catwalk control. But we have long as well, so this is still okay. Even if Nico goes down here, even if he doesn't get the kill. Just the fact that we have Bimas over at the A long just to hold. You have a lot of space then and a lot of room to work with on the A bomb side.
Small call should give Sergey an idea. Oh, but he does not spot that. Bemis does make the escape. He's down to 0 nades at this point, and he's just been kind of shoved off of that forward position. So he's going to be asking for help on the map. You can see Rain, he's very nearby. He's got the flashbang, but this is going to be a shift. I mean, ENCE, they've had so much success towards this B. They're putting pressure towards mid at the moment. A majority of the FaZe members are stacked towards that A, only 2 stuck in the B bomb site.
Okay then, mid to B
Poking
split.
Lot of
plotting
smokes.
mission.
Yeah, this, again, that door is just really messing with the timing of when Brokey turns around. coldzera's falling,
Back it up.
and there's the catwalk hit. And Bimas and Brokey, they have to come back into this round, and it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. I regret to say it.
But he has said it, and now it will not come true. Bemis, 1 on 3. Of course, the caster curse. We'll see the strength right here. We'll see it tested.
It's a low-level curse. It's weak. It's weak as hell. There it is. That's the round over.
Low-level curse.
16-13 in the favor of ENCE. They do it on the T side, and X7 looked good.
And this was FaZe's map pick as well.
Yeah.
This was FaZe's map pick. We're going into overpass as a second. That's ENCE's bread and butter. This is going to get even more challenging for FaZe moving forward.
And this is normally, you don't see this a lot from FaZe, just not them making decisions, even actually not being overly aggressive. This is a team that you have a lot of individual talent, and on that CT side, it seemed very flat. It seemed just like they weren't really talking to each other. A lot of just the 1-1-1 duels that I'm not a fan of, especially on that CT side. Yeah, and that's, that to me should have been from the start there as well. We talked about even Jumpy not being on the server,
Yeah.
X7 instead, and he had a good performance.
Yeah, they look good without him.
And ENCE takes map number 1. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with map number 2 in just a few minutes.